What is up, guys? Your King and I, Vincent Valentine EX Turk, with another Final Fantasy 15 video, and this is going to be related to episode Ignis, because episode Ignis is going to come out in December, since we have to wait. Meaning that they're going to be putting a lot of content in, episode Ignis. And they might even put some content before. Maybe we might be able to get to see Arden's past as a special to put into episode Ignis, because episode Ignis looks like it's going to be a 3-hour DLC for how long we're waiting. Because if you notice, episode Prompto was 2 months after episode Gladiolus. And when we noticed something episode Prompto, we didn't just get Prompto's past and backstory. We also got the villain Verstale's backstory as well. And some of the Niflheim Empire's backstory as well, told in many separate ways. But what could this be, Vincent? What could this possibly be that you're talking about? What I'm talking about is the possibility of Arden's past. You know, maybe a cutscene or a note or a diary referring to the nameless king, the very first king, Izunia Lucis Cealum, to the murder, to his records, from what happened to then. Did Izunia betray Arden, or was Arden just so legitly jealous to the point of taking his life and becoming the evil entity known as the Star Scourge? Maybe we might get to see why and what happened, since Arden is most likely going to be the villain of episode Ignis, because this takes place in Altissia during the Leviathan battle. So, I think it's possible to actually, I think it's very possible to actually get get more than what we need in this episode. Such as Arden's actions, such as a lot of part of the game we never got before, So I think it's possible we might actually have even more of a backstory to Arden, whether they choose to release a special of his cutscenes or all his interactions with Idolus Emperor Aldercrap. We could concur and possibly predict that we're going to see more stuff. So we're going to see more of Arden's past, because just like episode Prompto, we got to see Verstale's past. So could we pause, since Arden is going to be the main villain, and this is why they waited last for episode Ignis. Episode Ignis will be plot oriented. Not to say that episode Gladiolus and episode Prompto was not plot oriented. They were all plot oriented, but episode Gladiolus was kind of a side story for Gladiolus to get to know the character of Gladiolus. Episode Prompto was just what happened to Prompto before chapter 13, and when it made him automatically decide he was not worth serving Noctis. And now we know, because of the plot-worthy truth that Prompto has gotten from his father Verstale, before chapter 13. I'd say chapter 12 is when episode Prompto has happened, during the Tenebrae arc. So I think it's, I think it's completely possible that if we got so much backstory to Verstale and who Verstale was, and this was kept for a long time, then why not have backstory to Arden, since Arden's going to be the main villain for episode Ignis, possibly. Maybe we could get some diaries, some journals, or maybe there might be another Magitech factory in Altissia we never knew about. That's Arden's personal Magitech factory. Maybe Ignis has snuck into a Magitech factory near Altissia, and that's why there's demons in Altissia. Even though there's a lot of lights, there's demons in Altissia, and there must be a reason for that. Arden has his own personal Magitech factory. And I think during the time Noctis was, trying to stop the Hydrian, Ignis went in by himself, because he's noticed it. And Gladiolus probably stood outside to guard or something like that. And I think this is when Prompto was still there, so Prompto was probably guarding things too. So this would have to be happening during the chapter 8, you know. And this is how Ignis got blind. After Ignis took out almost every Magitech engine there, and he found the blueprints, and he found the affection to the Star Scourge from Arden, and all the notes of Verstale transferring some Magitech power into Arden to make him even stronger than normal, since, you know, it's been 3,000 years. Since it's been 3,000 years since Arden had to fight seriously. It's been a long time because of all the time that's passed by, you know, everything. And maybe Ignis could discover those notes. And when he discovers those notes, he discovers the final one dealing with Izunia. And then Arden comes around, and then you have to fight Arden. But before that, there would be a cutscene. Arden say, "Oh, so you found out. You found out what happened between me and Izunia Lucis Cealum. I can't have Noctis find out." Sorry, this is a bad impression for Arden. "I can't have Noctis find out right now. He'll have to find out later." Then Arden will show his true Star Scourge infected face to Ignis. And because Ignis knows the truth, Ignis would fight Arden. And then Arden will knock him down, and then the Magitech soldiers that are with Arden, you know, at this point, Leviathan has destroyed everything, and that's why you see in the opening of episode Ignis everything destroyed. You see Magitech all over Ignis, and then Ignis has a real angry grudge, "I will kill you, motherfucker," face to Arden. You know, and at this point, Arden will say something that will really trigger Ignis. And then after he triggers Ignis to death, whether it's about Ignis's past during Niflheim times, or Ignis's past period, or anything like that, or the fact he planned King Regis's death, something Arden will say that will set off Ignis in a rage. But Ignis can't do anything. And then after Arden gets done talking, Arden uses a horrible spell, or probably use a fire spell to burn out Ignis's corneas, to burn out Ignis's eyes. That's why you see that scar on Ignis's eye. That dirtbag Arden is at it again, blinding people. And this is why I think this will be a plot-worthy episode, and why they're waiting so long. Not to say it's right. I really think it's wrong for them to wait this long. At least 2 months, to be quite honest. But if they're going to build this up to December, then this better be the best episode. This is better. This has got to be better than episode Prompto and Gladiolus combined. This has got to make me want to pay $5, even if I go low on my bank account doing so. This has got to be worthy of all this. I want to see some extra content. I want to see Ignis's costume in regular game. I want to see so much. I want to see a possible thing where you can add the episodes within New Game Plus as well. So you can go back in New Game Plus and complete it with all the DLC episodes in it. But nonetheless, the question is, are we going to see any hints to what happened to Izunia Lucis Cealum? I think it's possible. I think it's completely possible, because from what we saw from Verstale's notes about his past in his audio recordings, I wouldn't be surprised if when Ignis touches one note, it triggers a cutscene back to Izunia Lucis Cealum and Arden during their younger days. And then it shows you Arden's anger and discontent that his brother was chosen and not him. Thus shows the murder of Izunia Lucis Cealum. And then Arden's like, "You know too much, Ignis. That's going to be a problem." You know? And this will also explain why Ignis says in the chapter 13, verse 2, that he has proven a foe before. Because Ignis does not like this guy. Nobody likes this guy. And we're going to see why in episode Ignis, because he's going to be the villain. It's going to be possible he's going to be the villain. But I think it's possible we're going to see a little segment of Izunia Lucis Cealum. We're going to know who is Izunia Lucis Cealum and why Arden hates him so much that he would kill his only brother. So tell me what you think in the comments if we're going to see this or not. And may the crystal be with you. Please hit those comments, like, and subscribe.